Gaming adaptations beat superhero movies gross, like the net profits. I believe that if you add up all the superhero films coming out in 2026 and all the profit, the net profit, keyword net profit of all the gaming adaptations takes the cake. That's my big prediction. I feel like that's a spicy take too, especially since we're talking about a year that has both Spider-Man and Doomsday, right? I also have a column saying how confident I am in this. This is a 50-50, right? Because of course, like I said, you have Doomsday and then you got Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's gonna gross over 1 billion. Doomsday's gonna definitely get 2 billion. What would be the net profit of that? I don't know. We gotta wait for the numbers, bro. We gotta wait for the Vits video. Vits, we need you. It's like, nah. We gotta wait for Deadline and all of them to speculate. So there's gonna be some heavy hitters. And of course, you got Supergirl and the Clayface movie. I believe it's probably gonna go like Doomsday, Spider-Man, Supergirl, Clayface. I'm pretty sure there's probably like another superhero or a couple superhero movies that are like really obscure and not from like a well-known franchise. I'll include those if they come out in 2026. But on the gaming side, we already had a few gaming adaptations come out. Probably the most famous one is Silent Hill and Iron Lung. A lot of people probably forget Iron Lung was first based on a video game and not like a TV script or anything, right? Even though a lot of people know Iron Lung as Markiplier's movie. Two things can be true at the same time. I am 50-50 on this, mainly because with the gaming adaptations, I am really, really hoping that Mario, Super Mario Galaxy carries, right? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm betting that Super Mario Galaxy and Angry Birds 3. Angry Birds 3. Those are the two gaming adaptations that they have to knock it out of the park to make this possible. And I feel like they're heavy hitters, right? The Mario, we already know Mario is huge. I think Mario can get 2 billion. It can get 2 billion. Usually the sequels gross more than the first movie as long as the first movie was well received, right? So I think Mario would get 1 billion. I'm not too sure about Angry Birds. I'm not too sure how much Angry Birds is gonna gross. But the cool thing is that there's just more gaming adaptation movies coming out. But like I said, superhero movies, this is their year. They're hitting heavy this year. My next prediction: JJK wins Anime of the Year. It should be My Hero Academia. Okay, yeah, that's what I wrote. It's just gonna follow the same script as last year. For people who don't know, Crunchyroll does the Anime of the Year in May. I don't know why, but they do. They do it in May. I don't know why they don't do it at the end of the year, but they do it in May. So My Hero Academia is eligible for that. I think Demon Slayer might be as well, and Chainsaw Man, the Raise arc, and JoJo's as well, right? Most people have JJK winning. I know a lot of people wanted Fearon to win because they feel like Fearon got cheated last time it was nominated, and yes, it did. But I feel like JJK is following the same trajectory and the same formula that Solo Leveling followed too. Like JJK came out in, I believe, in January. Solo Leveling came out in January. It was all about aura farming and all that jazz with Solo Leveling. I think that was the year that people felt like Fearon should have won. I could be wrong, but yeah. Again, it's just unlucky that this year Fearon is going against a crazy stacked year of anime, right? But I still feel like My Hero Academia should win Anime of the Year. I don't think it will, but it should, just because that final season, every episode was a 9 out of 10. You know how crazy that is? A 9 out of 10 every episode or higher on IMDb, the site that people control and just downvote it. That's impressive because one thing you guys got to realize, the anime community can be very spiteful, bro. Like people who will be very spiteful. They'd be like, "Oh, that fandom, they're too happy." Right? That's the thing. Like anime fandoms don't want other fandoms to be happy. So the second it happens with One Piece all the time. Every time One Piece gets close to getting like a 9.9 out of 10, it just gets review bombed. And the fact that My Hero Academia was able to sustain a 9 out of 10 for every single episode for the final season, that speaks volumes, right? But I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty sure my JJK Jujutsu Kaisen wins Anime of the Year this year. I'm pretty confident in that. GTA doesn't come out. Yeah, bro. This this studio. Will we ever see GTA 6, man? I don't know, bro. I don't think it's coming out this year. I think there's gonna be another delay. For people who don't know, I think there was like an article talking about how one of the reasons why GTA keeps getting delayed is because of protests or worker strike, something like that. I think we're gonna get another one. I'm kind of 50-50 on this. I'm kind of 50. I want to say 50-50. Is it gonna let me say 50-50? Okay, there we go. I'm 50-50 on it. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on the fact that GTA 6 doesn't come out this year. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Ben 10 announcement. Yeah, so we already got the Ben 10 comic announcement. When I say this, I'm mainly talking about the TV show. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a Ben 10 TV show announcement. I think there's been some leaks. Some people who've worked on the show has shown like storyboard, at least some key concepts of it. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting another Ben 10 series. I believe they're gonna be doing another reboot. I'm not entirely sure. Um, I'm pretty sure about this one. Zootopia wins animated feature. Yes, I am pretty sure about this as well. It killed in the box office thanks to China. I think the other competition is pretty deep. What is the other competition? I keep forgetting. I know one of them is it starts with an A. It was like made by a French studio, but it has like very Japanese style animation to it. Oscars and oh yeah, Airco, Elio, Demon K-pop Demon Hunters, Little and Melee, Zootopia 2. So I really do have Zootopia 2 winning. I wouldn't be surprised if K-pop wins. I wouldn't be surprised, but since it is tied to Netflix, I'm not too sure. My money's on Zootopia 2. It was a good story, pretty good animation and whatnot. I don't think there's a single Japanese studio. Was this made by a Japanese studio? Hmm. Oh, it's French. So there's not a single Japanese studio being nominated, having like their project nominated. Go figures. Go figures. That's actually pretty crazy. But I'm not surprised. The Oscars just doesn't really do animation justice. They pick Boss Baby over a silent voice. I'll never let that go. No slurs said at the Oscars by someone who is like disabled or has a disability. Yeah, I'm stamping that right now. I'm pretty sure that won't happen. Am I jinxing it? Hopefully I'm not jinxing it, but I'm pretty sure that won't happen. What we got here? Grandpa Max dies in Dynamite. So yeah, there's a new Ben 10 comic coming out called Ben 10 or Dynamite Ben 10. It says it's going to be a lot more darker. I want to say if they're going for a more mature take on the Ben 10 story, someone got to go 6 feet under. My money, if anybody's gonna go 6 feet under, it's gonna be Grandpa Max. You know, Ben. I'm gonna see Ben being very reckless with his powers, maybe selfish, and Ben 10 is gonna be Ben's or Grandpa Max is gonna be Ben 10's Uncle Ben. Basically, that's a lot of Bens in the sentence. Forgive me. Right. So I am pretty well, I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 because I feel like has there ever been a serious death in the story of Ben 10? I'm sure there has. I mean, there's been sacrifices, but I'm not too sure. I can't remember from the I have to rewatch the series, but I'm 50-50 on this. Deadlock releases and breaks the gaming world. Again, I am it's a Hail Mary because who the heck knows what Steam is doing? But I'm pretty sure Deadlock is going to be a success. I'm rolling my eyes because there's other games that I wish would get as much love as Deadlock is, but it's just one of the benefits when you being developed by Valve, you know? So many free eyeballs, like free advertisements gonna happen just because Valve is the one developing this game. And it's gonna be a pretty good game. It's gonna have an esports. It's gonna take the gaming world by storm. It's whatever. Yeah. It's a fun game. It's just yeah. I don't got the free time for it. Doomsday does significantly better than Dune. Oh, it's not even. We know, right? I'm not gonna shoot the load. I have another prediction later on, but yeah, Doomsday does significantly better than Dune. The reason why I'm putting those two together because they're releasing at the same time. Crazy. Like if I was Dune, I would move out. But what do I know? You know? Yeah, Dune wishes it didn't compete with Doomsday. Yeah, I think coming out the same day as Doomsday during, like, the holidays is gonna really bite them in the butt. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of other, like, family-friendly options coming out around Christmas too. I think it's really gonna hurt them. Their first movie, they did below 500 million. They did, like, 400 million something in the box office, and then after that, they did about, like, 750 million for their sequel. I don't see Dune hitting a billy just because of this decision. I wish companies would stop doing this whole, like, forced Barbieheimer kinda thing. It's not gonna happen, so Dune's gonna regret. That's my prediction. That's my prediction, and I'm pretty sure about this, and, we're gonna go all over this, next year, so feel free to subscribe, so if I'm wrong, you guys can point and laugh at me and whatnot. Alright, what do we have here? Lanterns is overwhelmingly positive. I think it's 50-50. I'm not 100% confident in this phrase, but currently, right now, this is a hot take. This is a hot take just because so many people are hating the fact that the lanterns aren't green. Like, it's called lanterns. We're not seeing a lot of green. They're even HBO made like a whole joint be like, hey, you see that? You see that? That's green. That's green. So it's 50-50. I'm still excited for lanterns. I'm a sucker for buddy cops and true detective style stories. So this is something that I'm willing to predict and say that's going to be overwhelmingly positive and well received. Of course, you're going to have those people who are haters, obviously and whatnot. What do we have here? The Leto curse fails, yes. I don't believe in the Leto curse. For people who don't know, Jared Leto is gonna be in the Masters of Universe as Skeletor, and the I think every single movie he's been in for the past half a decade has just done horribly. Yeah, and people are calling it the Leto curse. Like, if he's in a movie franchise, that movie franchise dies, right? Um, he was in Morbius, the Sonyverse died. In Tron, the Tron universe died. Like, he that's the Leto curse, basically. And I feel good about the Masters universe, right? Um, it's not gonna show Leto's full face. He's gonna be dressed up as Skeletor. So I think Leto doesn't negatively impact the Masters of the Universe movie, and there will be a sequel. If there's a sequel, that's how we know the Leto curse failed, if there's a sequel. So I am pretty sure Homelander gets Immortal V Serum. So there's a plot line in The Boys where if Homelander gets the serum that made Stormfront like basically immortal, practically immortal, um, he becomes immortal, right? He becomes super juiced up. I think he gets that serum, and the only way that they're able to defeat him is if they release some virus that specifically targets soups, right? I think that's the only way that they defeat him. So that's my plot line. That's what I'm guessing. And I'm pretty sure that will happen. Pretty sure. Marvel beats DC in movies and TV shows. Yeah, this is Marvel's year to lose. Like, if this doesn't happen, it's because I jinxed them. Marvel's gonna beat DC in the movies. They're coming out with freaking Doomsday and Spider-Man. DC's not really putting up a fight with Supergirl and Clayface. They're being, what's the word I'm looking for? Experimental, which I appreciate, right? But Marvel's they swinging. They free balling in their birthday suits because they know you're not going to be able to beat Spider-Man and Doomsday. So that's easy. DC beats Marvel in comics. Again, they're killing it with the Absolute Universe. They're going to be doing a crossover. Obviously, we won't count that because it's a crossover. Marvel completely is like sleeping. Like, they're doing nothing with their comic books, which is crazy because like when it comes to reading superhero stories, I prefer Marvel. At least I did growing up. Now DC's kicking some serious butt. They really are. They just are. So I'm pretty sure that's going to happen for 2026. When they say the top 10 most sold comic books of the year, it's going to be DC. That's my guess. Still Ball Run averages an 8.5 or higher in IMDb. I'm pretty confident in this too. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't read the manga, but everyone's been saying that this is the best version of JoJo's. No, screw it. I trust you, the manga readers. I trust you guys. Everyone's saying this is the best JoJo story that Irake has ever written and is being adapted. I just hope Netflix doesn't like do batch releases like how they did with Stone Ocean. I hope they do weekly releases. I hope Netflix listens to feedback. Knowing them, they probably don't, but hopefully. All right, prediction number. It says 18, but this is really 17 because the first line is predictions. So this is really 17. So we have Doomsday hits 2 billion in 10 days, basically beating Endgame. So that's what I'm saying with Doomsday. I think Doomsday hits a new record, being the fastest film to hit 2 billion, and they're going to do it in 10 days. And I'm pretty sure that will happen mainly because not only are they bringing RDJ and Chris Evans back, but they're bringing back the X-Men, right? They're bringing back a lot of like nostalgia and people. And like when they start showing those trailers, especially around Christmas time, oh, they're going to hit 2 billion. They're going to hit it. They're going to hit it. I'm certified. I'm confident that they're going to hit it. They're going to hit it. And that's exactly the sound effects that I'm going to play when they do hit it. 2 billion in 10 days. Kurabachi, Kagurabachi. I know I didn't even try to try to spell it. I should have probably spelled this a little bit better. But Kagurabachi will get an anime announcement. I think this is 50-50. Yeah, I'm gonna go 50-50. Seeing how JJK for now is over with Mojo, I think they're gonna get an anime announcement this year because I think Jujutsu Kaisen had an anime announcement when they were at like chapter 120 or so, and Kagurabachi's around that frame point, and it's a very popular manga. A lot of people are already hyping it up before it even gets an anime, so I think we get a Kagurabachi anime announcement this year. What we got here? Kingdom Hearts 4 announcement. Hey, I like me some Kingdom Hearts. I still think Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best Kingdom Hearts in the series. They've been teasing Kingdom Hearts 4 for a longest. I think this is the year to do it, bro. They will at least announce it. I'm not saying it comes out, but they'll just announce the possible release date or do some type of trailer or teaser being like, "Hey, don't forget about us," type beat. Um That's what I'm going with. So I think that's still 50-50. Doctor Strange betrays the Avengers. I'm saying this mainly because after Mom, Multiverse of Madness, he had like a very third eye. He had a third eye awaken. And usually when people have a third eye, it usually is a good thing or a bad thing. That third eye was creepy, dog. And I'm pretty sure that's a bad third eye. I don't trust that third eye that Doctor Strange has. But it is Doctor Strange, but I'm just I'm 50-50 on it. I think he does betray the Avengers in Doomsday. Michael B. Jordan wins an Oscar. Ask me this at the beginning of the year, I'd be like, nah, it's Timothy Chalamet's to win for sure. But after the tomfoolery that's been going on recently, I think Michael B. Jordan has a chance to win. I think he does. Invincible averages a 8.5 or higher on IMDb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because the animation looks great. We got Thrag coming into business. There's going to be an original story approved, greenlit by the creator of Invincible. This is Invincible. Great. They're gonna win, right? As long as we don't have a One Punch Man season 3 fiasco with sliding PMGs, we should be good. We should be good. Daredevil will do worse than Lanterns. I meant to put this as like, what's the word I'm looking for? Audience's reaction to it. So like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, I think Daredevil Born Again season 2 will do worse than Lanterns. I think that's 50-50. Yeah, that's 50-50. Video game adaptations will average below superhero movies, IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, basically. I've been saying this for the longest. We're just gonna keep getting more and more superhero adaptations just because studios know that the fans will come and watch it, and they're just gonna be putting out slop, basically. And I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I just feel like that's where the studios are heading because they can make these movies cheap and they know that they can really gross a lot. So that's just where we are right now, unfortunately. So I want to put that as a fact. I'm pretty sure because Spider-Man's going to be well received. Supergirl's iffy. I'm pretty sure Supergirl will be well received. Doomsday, there's no way Doomsday can't fail. Doomsday has to be received pretty well, right? There's no way Doomsday is a flop, right? Surely it won't be a flop, right? They won't do the X-Men franchise and all these stuff that they acquire from Fox dirty. There's no way they can do that dirty in Doomsday, right? Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. I think this is a Hail Mary, right? There's a lot of rumors going out there. Who is Sadie Sink playing? Um, it's still a prediction that I'm willing to say just because of all the evidence, but I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up being Gwen Stacy. If somehow Sadie Sink is Gwen Stacy, then we can basically confirm that Caleb Lachlan, I think that's his name, or Caleb. I'm just gonna call him Caleb. I don't know him like that. I forget his last name. My bad. Go by just Caleb anyways, there's only one Zendaya. No one knows Zendaya's last name. Just go by Zendaya. But yeah, I think if she ends up being Gwen Stacy, then Caleb is definitely gonna be freaking Miles Morales. Like Sony's been pushing that so hard and whatnot. And our last prediction will be, oh, Michael hits 2 billion. So there's a documentary on Michael, or like not a documentary, it's like a biofic. Yeah, a biofic film on Michael Jackson, at least his early days, and it will hit 2 billion. I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, that's interesting. Like I added the whole no shot prediction, like something that I will predict that will happen in 2026 that I don't even believe in. But yeah, I'm pretty much sure about these. Pretty sure much about these. Some of these are hot takes, some of these are not hot takes. I think if we do this again next year, I'll make another column saying hot take or not. But yeah, you guys also let me know down below what are your 2026 predictions, and I might do a video and I'll compare the top voted or liked 26 predictions in like a post versus my 2026 predictions and see who gets them right. But as always, you guys stay safe, be KDA Warriors, and I'll see you guys later.